Hello everyone, my name is Amanda Waldhart and you are here with Amanda's InspirationStation.com. I am an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator and I am here today with my weekly Wednesday video. And today is December 30th. I cannot believe 2021 is seriously around the corner. Yay. I feel like things aren't going to change immediately, but I do feel like it's a ray of hope and that's what I'm going to cling to. And today, speaking of new things and rays of hope, we have a new catalog coming out beginning January 5th. So that's in 6 days. I am so excited for our January through June mini catalog. It is so wonderful. I have already mailed out my catalogs to my customers. If you are a customer of mine and you have not received it, please email me or message me because I know the mail has been crazy busy and it could have gotten lost in the shuffle and I would never know if you didn't receive yours or not. So please let me know. If you are not currently a customer of mine, but you would like a catalog, also please reach out to me. I would be more than happy to send you one. You can message me under my YouTube channel. You can message me under my Facebook page, which is both under Amanda Waldhart and Amanda's Inspiration Station. Or you can go to my blog at amandasinspirationstation.com and message me that way as well. With that said, with the new stuff, which I'm totally psyched for, that also means that it's celebration time. And that begins February 5th as well and runs through the end of February. So we have celebration goes on for only 2 months this time. We are only doing it in January and February this year, but don't fret or cry because we're re-releasing it again. We're not re-releasing. Let me rephrase that. We're doing it again in July and August. So we will have 2 different times where celebration will be taking place this year. But both times will be completely different products in the Sale-a-bration brochure. So we'll have these products that will go from January and February during this celebration time. And then we'll have a completely different celebration brochure that will take place in July and August. So I'm super excited about that. I'm very happy. And that's, to me, very exciting. So with one more thing said about that, that means that you only have 6 days left to go in under Amanda's InspirationStation.com. Click on Shop Now. Or under AmandaWaldhart.StampingUp.net. And place any of your items that you wanted that are retiring from the August through December mini catalog. So if there's something on your wish list that you wanted under the Christmas stuff or the fall stuff or the Halloween stuff, there are still lots of items still available at discounted prices. Some are gone because they were while supplies last. And we also have our clearance rack going on right now too. So you don't want to miss out on those. All right. So today am going to show you 2 cards and we are going to use the Snailed It. I love this set. It is so cute. And it does come with matching dies. However, my dies, I did not get my dies right away because there was a little issue with the dies. And there won't be once January 5th comes. They're not an issue now. But when demonstrators got to pre-order a month early, there was a little delay on the dies. So I did get to order my dies, but they're not arriving until tomorrow. So with that said, I did not use the dies on the projects that we're doing today, but there are matching dies to this. Okay, but I'm going to show you the paper too because I think the paper is absolutely fabulous. So this is one side of the designer series paper, and then this is the other side. And I just wanted to show you guys some of the elements that come in this suite because, and I'm going to tell you the name of this too. This is called Snail Mail Designer Series Paper. I love the colors, and let me just read off the colors to you. Basic Gray, Bermuda Bay, Blushing Bride, Daffodil Delight, Real Red, and Whisper White. Love, love, love. And then, of course, there's the basic black. So here is another side of the designer series paper. And then we have this side. And then we have the mushrooms. I get so excited. This is probably one of my favorite sides. It's just the real red with the Blushing Bride little hearts. I love those. Then we have the Bermuda Bay, which Bermuda Bay is my favorite color out of this entire Stampin' Up colors. So I, of course, just love these colors. All right, so here's some more designer series paper. Now you get 2 sheets of each. I'm just showing you one on each side. I love this too because I love the yellow. All right, and then this is the last sheet. Now you get 2 of each of them, but aren't they cute? I just love this. Okay, so another thing that you get, some elements, comes with the Snail Mail Twine Combo Pack, and it is Blushing Bride and Whisper White, and we are going to use those today. But my favorite is the heart embellishments. So they come in white and real red, and we're going to use those today too. The other products that we're going to use today is we're going to use, and I just realized I grabbed the wrong one. We do not need So Saffron. We want Daffodil Delight. So we're using the light Daffodil Delight, we're using Pool Party today. Actually, yes, we're using Pool Party. We're also going to be using dark Bermuda Bay and then dark Real Red. And then we don't have a Blushing Bride in the blend, so we are going to use our Stampin' Right marker and the Blushing Bride, so that we're going to use those two. And then we're going to use our Memento ink pad. And we are going to use our Bermuda Bay ink pad. You're going to want to use the Memento ink pad when you're using markers because you don't want it to bleed using StazOn. All right, so let's go ahead and I'm going to show you the cards we're going to do today. So this is one of the cards that we're going to do today. It says, "You snailed it." I just love it. I think it's so cute. And then we're going to open it up, and this is what we're going to have on the inside. And then the other card we're going to do today is this one right here. And see, we're going to use both of the Baker's twine underneath here. And it says, "You've got mail." Now, and then on the inside, I just have a Whisper White piece of cardstock. Now, with these cards, for the sake of the video, I have already gone ahead and die cutted these out using my cut emboss machine. This right here and this right here is from the Stitched Shapes dies. And then this scallop circle that is in the Blushing Bride is from our layering circles. And then this scallop rectangle shape is from our Stitched So Sweetly dies. So like I said, for the sake of the video, I've already gone ahead and done that. Let's go ahead and get started. And I'm going to start with this card first. So we have a piece of basic gray, and it measures at 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm just going to fold it in half like this. And I'm going to take my bone folder and I'm going to varnish in the crease. Okay. Now I have a piece of Whisper White here that measures at 4 by 5.25. And I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to get my Stampin' Seal out, and I'm just going to place that on the inside of the card. Now, I did not stamp any sentiments on the inside of the card. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, because sometimes I like to write in it, and I have big handwriting, so I feel like I need mostly a lot of space, but sometimes I do and sometimes I don't. Now, the real red piece that we're going to use is going to be a little bit smaller than the piece that we're using on the inside here because I wanted more of the basic gray to frame. So this piece right here measures at 3 3/4 by 5, and we're going to pop that up. So before we do that, let's put it together. We have 2 pieces of cardstock here. This piece of cardstock here measures at 3.5 by 2 3/4, and then this also measures at 3.5 by 2. Okay, so I made one bigger than the other one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to put the snails on the top here. Now, when I do this, I want to make sure that I'm leaving some room at the top and on the sides. And I want to leave about as much room on each side that I have. That's about as much room as I want to leave on the top here. So we're going to go ahead and do that, because then that way when I bud this up like this, it still has obviously the same amount of room on each side, but then it's about the same on the bottom as there is on the top. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to attach that on. All right. Now, before we put our baker's twine on, we are going to go ahead and we're going to stamp and color first. But let's get our twine out. So using the Memento ink pad, we are going to get out the one that says "You've Got Mail," and I'm just going to ink that up really well. And I'm going to stamp that right in the center. Okay. And let me get out. I actually found my pick a tool. Isn't that awesome? I can't believe I finally found it. I had it in one of my bags from when I went away for a weekend crafting. So there it was. All right, so we're going to go ahead and we're going to color in our little snail, and I'm making him yellow. And it actually looks like I did the dark yellow, I think, because he looks a little darker in this one than the other one. So instead of using the light daffodil, let's use the dark. Yep, I used the dark. All right. So we're going to color him in. So I would love to hear in the comments on however you're watching my video. Thank you so much, by the way, for watching it. But however you're watching it, whether you're watching it on my YouTube channel or my blog, I would love to hear the comments of what is some of your favorite products in this new catalog. I would love for you to share that with us. And if you are not a subscriber to my YouTube channel, I would love for you to subscribe to that as well. Off to the side, you can also subscribe to my blog where I have your email, and then I do newsletters. And I also post to my blog daily with lots of different projects and different things. I'd love to have you subscribe to that. All right, so we have the coloring done. Now we're going to put some hearts on here. So I've got my little pick a tool thing here. And of course, I had that upside down. Okay, so I'm just going to place a little heart right there. And then I'm going to place another heart. There we go. There we go. All right. Now, we want to take some of our twine. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put both of the twine together. And I'm just going to kind of untwine a couple it together until about, that looks good. And I'm just going to snip it off like that. Now I am going to need my dots. So we're going to, I'm going to kind of place some of these glue dots, oops, kind of randomly. And see, I'm getting that on my finger. Kind of randomly, enough where it's going to be underneath my circle. So I'm going to put it across like that. And then I'm just going to kind of make them so that they're staying. I'm literally just kind of doing, I'm going to do one more here so that I can close the end. I'm literally just laying them kind of randomly on there, because then once I put this down, it shows up behind there. Now, when I put this down, I am going to use our dimensionals. And I'm just going to poke those out. And then I'm just going to kind of lay this over top. And then we're going to, remember, we're going to pop up this onto our card base. So I'm going to use our dimensionals again. And so winter is coming and my nails have gotten very brittle. And I, over the holidays, broke like 4 of them and they were just brittly and gross. And so I was like, okay, so then I just cut them really short. And now I'm having a hard time peeling my dimensionals. All right, so we're just going to center that like that. And voila, there we have it. This one only has the 2, but I liked it kind of with the 3. So there is our first card. Yay! All right, so let's go ahead and do our second card. So I'll get that out. That's Snail. Now this card is going to be a little bit different because instead of having it open this way, we're going to have it open this way. So this measures at 4 1/4 by 11, and then you score it at 5 1/2 if you score it. If not, you would just fold it in half like I did the first card and use your bone folder to varnish in the lines. All right, now this piece of cardstock and this piece of Whisper White that's going to go on the inside measure at the same. They're both 4 1/4 by... No, I'm sorry. They're not. I'm sorry because ignore me. This is 4 1/4 by 5. We're going to set that in this inside. This one is not. It's a little bit longer. I actually made this at 4 1/4. I think I just said that. So let me restate this. I'm so sorry, guys. This is 4 by 5 1/4. This is 4 1/4. I am getting you guys all confused, and I am so sorry. By, and I believe it is 5 1/4. Yes. So it's still 5 1/4. That part is the same. It's just this length here is 4. This length here is 4 1/4. The reason why I did that is because I wanted this to go all the way across to the edge of the card, but I just wanted a solid piece of the real red on the top and the bottom to show. That's the only reason why I did that. I was just trying to be a little bit more creative, but apparently I didn't get that across very well. Sorry about that. Okay, so this piece here, now I just realized that I cut it the same as this. So this is a 3/4 piece by 4 is what I need it to be. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and I'm just going to attach it. We're just going to do it at the bottom, leaving a little piece of white at the bottom. So see how I made this the same size as that? I kind of messed that up, and that's okay. We're just going to snip that off. There we go. So this is going to be what is in the center of our card. Wow. Who knew that card was going to be such a tongue twister for me? All right. So we're just going to lay that in there. Okay. Now, when you're putting this piece of designer series paper on, make sure, because it's little, that you don't put your hearts upside down. You do want your hearts to be upright. So I got my hearts upright. I do want some of the real red to show at the top and a little at the bottom. Okay, so we're going to go like that. All right, now I have a couple different pieces here. So for the sake of the video, I already cut these out. This is also a 3/4 piece by 4. And then I just used my scissors, or you could use your banner punch and just cut like a little notch in there. But we're going to go ahead and stamp in the corner here, you snailed it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Just going to do that right in the corner, just like that. And that's all we need for the Bermuda Bay. And we're going to go ahead and we're going to put this flat on our card. We're not going to pop that part up. If you wanted to, you could. But I did not pop this one up. All right. I did, however, pop this onto this and this onto this, but we're going to get to that. So we need our memento again, and we're going to need our little snail. We're going to have to stamp that. And just like that. Perfect. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and while I let that just dry for just a second before I start my coloring, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to angle this on. Now, I don't really need to have this long, so I'm just going to trim a little bit of it off and go like that. It could have stayed and my scallop circle would have covered it, but I'm just going to snip it off. Okay, so for this, we're going to color the snail using our Blushing Bride Stamping Right marker, because we do not have Blushing Bride in a blend. So we're just going to color this. So, and I will tell you, there is such a huge difference between coloring with the Stamping Right marker and coloring with the blend. I did find that I needed to go over it a couple, like a second time just on some of the lines. Because see how you can see the lines? And then it'll dry and we'll just kind of, there we go. We'll just kind of leave it like that. All right, now I took the dark Bermuda Bay and I did just in the little stripes of the snail's shell. Just like that. And then we did the present in dark red, real red. I just love how, see how this isn't showing any of the lines? It just blends so nicely, whereas you can still see kind of some of the lines with the Stampin' Right marker. So if Stampin' Up is watching me, maybe we should put it in the sandbox. We'd love to see this color in a blend. Yes. Make Blushing Bride in a blend. All right. Now we need another one of our little hearts because we are going to put a little heart on our snail. We're going to do that. All right, so now we're going to use our, getting to the edge here, so I'm going to use our dimensionals. And we're going to center that in the center of our scalloped Blushing Bride circle. And then we're going to pop this up now too. Just going to center him, well, her, I think it's a girl. She's got some pretty long eyelashes and I kind of made her pink. Not that a boy snail couldn't be pink, but I'm going to call her the girl. All right, there you guys have it. I hope you guys love these. I think this suite is absolutely adorable. Yes, of course, it's, you know, great for Valentine's, but as you can see with the designer series paper, there were a lot of different elements that it does not have to be Valentine's at all. I am a sucker for Valentine's. I know some people just look at Valentine's as like a Hallmark holiday, but for me, I love all the colors. Like I love the pinks and the reds, and then you add in the little blues and the yellows. I love that. And I love letting people know that I care about them. And you can do that in many different ways. But for me, one of my favorite little things is obviously sending them a card. And to me, that's what Valentine's Day is about. It's not about buying extravagant gifts. It's about, you know, send them a little card. Hey, I'm thinking about you. You know, and it doesn't have to be a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a husband or a wife. It can be to anybody, you know. I'm thinking about you. So, especially during times of COVID. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this week's video. And I hope you guys love this suite as much as I do. And I can't wait for January to start showing you every Wednesday different new products. I have a lot of exciting things coming up in January and February. So, I hope to see you next week. Have a great day. Bye.